I am back to my apartment. As you can see, I really miss this little apartment I got here. Anyway, we are on vacation right now, so I literally have nothing doing. I am going for my morning workout. Today is Tuesday. I didn't do it yesterday.
Yeah, I told my boss, I was like, your ceiling is like so dark. I'm like, when I painted this, your ceiling should be the same color.
As, yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. I'm gonna sand it down and I'm gonna paint over it again.
Okay. Today is actually a week when this guy told me he was going to have lunch and be back to complete the work in my bathroom. I'm not seeing him. 1 week. And the annoying thing is I keep seeing him and he'll be like, oh, I'll be there very soon. Don't you're not going anywhere. I was like, no, I'm actually on vacation. I'll be here. And it was getting annoying because every time he comes to work in my bathroom, I had to like clean up his mess. This is actually the third time he's been here and I'm always having to clean up his mess. I couldn't get upset because I needed him to fix my curtains for me. So like, yeah, I don't have any option. But after fixing the curtain, I realized that it was not the right side. As you can see, there are sides that were actually open and I needed to get extra, maybe 2 panels to complete that whole look I was going for. So I got a job on campus during summer vacation, knowing very well that my graduate teaching assistantship was going to end when school was on vacation. I decided to apply for on-campus jobs. And you know, international students during the long summer vacation, you cannot work outside of campus. I decided to apply for this job and I'm actually getting ready to go and do a background check for the job because like, yeah, you will need a background check for this job specifically. And the hair I'm actually wearing is from OQ Hair. I showed it in my previous video. It's actually very good. I had to cut off some layers because it was too long and it had to actually blow dry because it wasn't looking real. But yeah, it went as it was just quick. The background check was so quick. I had to get in and get out and I'm excited. I was told I need to come in for training after the background check comes in negative, so fingers crossed. Hey, I've been using the chemical peel for this week is the 4th week. You know, the Sunday was the 4th week. Today's Monday and I think it's working. I had some fine lines here and they're kind of clearing. My small lines were very deep but now it looks okay, so maybe it's working. Yeah, maybe. let's see, let's give it 8 weeks. Since it says 6 to 8 weeks and it's just 4 weeks. So 8 weeks, let's do it. So I'm hoping when I hit the 8 weeks and I see huge improvement, I'll probably move to every 2 weeks for maybe another 6 weeks or 8 weeks, then move to monthly. Yeah, that's the goal. My arms hit, you guys. It's not easy vlogging. So it's been a week or two now since I went on vacation, and is it a week? Yeah, I think a week or two. But I just want to let you know that if you want an on-campus job, apply not when you're about to vacate, but when you start the semester. Do you know when I applied for this on-campus job I got for the summer? I applied in February. Yeah, because I knew my graduate teaching assistantship position was going to end the 30th of April until next semester. So over the summer, I was not going to get paid or I was not going to work. I was just going to be home. So I started looking into other on-campus jobs that I could do. I applied to 2. I got the first one immediately, but they wanted me to work immediately. I told them, oh, I couldn't work immediately because I'm already working as a teaching assistant. I never heard from them again. I never heard from them again. I emailed them to let them know, oh, can I work over the summer? They said, they didn't even reply. The second job, I heard from them weeks ago. When we were about to vacate, that's when I heard from them for the summer job. And this is why I'm saying that you should apply before, not when you're about to come vacate school, but right when you start school or when you start the semester. That is when you're supposed to apply for those jobs. Hey, long time no see. What's up? So I don't even know how to say this. First of all, I took off my screen protector and boom, my front camera looks so good. Tell me why, I don't know. And now I'm thinking, do I really need to get another screen protector like the ones that has the camera side open? Because the first one, it was just fully covered. So I want to get a new one that has just the camera side open so that it wouldn't cloud my camera or something. But then the main deal is today marks the fourth time I'm going to the DMV to write my exams, because all the times I have tried to go there to write the exams, I never go to write the exams. So today, another day, I'm going to try again. My appointment is actually for June 13th, but I'm actually over it. I heard when you go walk in, they can see you, but it's tedious. Let me just figure it out today. God, let it go well. Because I actually have work at 4 p.m. too. If I'm not seen by then, I have to leave. But yeah, do you guys see the skin? I would say the chemical peel is working. This week marks the 7th. Yeah, this week marks the 7th week. I'll be doing one today this evening, and which is the 7th. Then next week would probably be the last week. Then I'll move to every 2 weeks. Finally, we are done. Yeah, one more to go. One more leg. So I was like this to my church, like this. I'll just tell you people what happened today. I have really suffered in the hands of DMV. Yeah, I've gone through a lot. All my friends kept saying was, just keep saying thank you, Jesus. Just keep saying thank you, Jesus. And at the time, I just be like, Lord, thank you, but I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've reached my threshold. Like, I've reached that point. I'm tired. But finally, by God's grace, I've written my test and I passed. Yeah. If you don't know the story, Let me give you a rundown of the story. On April 30th, I was supposed to write my exams. I went there. The lady said my documents are not enough. Even though they were actually enough, she said they were not enough. No problem. I left that day and then I booked for another place that was like closer to my apartment. The first place was closer to my auntie's house, and then this time this one was closer to my apartment area. I did. We went the first day. We got there at 2 p.m. We were in a queue. Tell me why when they got to my turn to go to the counter, it was 4, and they told me I can't write these exams because you don't write the exams at 4. We had to go back. All that is money. We went back. I went again on Monday. I was in the queue. I had to go to work at 12, thinking by 12 we will do it. 12 came. I had to go to work. So I left for campus. When I was on campus around 3:38, that is when I got a message that it was now my turn. At that time, that's my third time going. How can I leave? Work closed at 4 and it was 3:38. I couldn't leave at that time to go and write the test or anything. So I forfeited it. Lydia, all this, okay, the first one, Lydia didn't go with me, but the 2 consecutive times Lydia went with me. She also faced the same problem. We're both in the same boat. So you know, when you have people in the same boat, it's easier to manage than when you're only like you're the only person going through it. And today being my fault and Lydia's third time, we went there, and luckily we got there at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. The other time it was 7. This time we got there at 6 a.m. and we still had like 20 people in front of us. But that's fine. That's fine with me. And tell me why when it got to my turn, I was doing the eye test and I wear glasses, but my eyesight is not that bad. Like, guys, it's not that bad. As I was reading she didn't tell me to read the biggest one. She told me to read the smallest ones. I read in the smallest one, there are 3 lanes. You read the first one, you read the second one, you read the third one. I read the first and the second. The third one, I couldn't see anything. It was just white. Everything, the numbers were just white. And I told her I can't see. She was like, close one eyes. I closed one eyes and I was supposed to see a bit. I only mentioned 2 numbers and she said, nah, do you wear glasses? I said, yes. Where's your glasses? I looked into my bag. I don't have my glasses in my bag. I had to come back home, take Uber, come back home, come pick my glasses and go back. Do the eye test. When I did the eye test, I got 3 wrongs. So that's okay. I said, good. And the lady was like, make sure, but this whole stress, make sure you pass the exam. I was like, bet. Even with that, I was nervous. Jesus, I was nervous. Then I went to do the test. Then the test shot at 26 questions. God being good, I passed. Out of 26, I made 2 mistakes. So like I got 24 correct. But yeah, that's my story right now. And I'm praying that the road test goes well. When it goes well, I know that I don't really have anything to do with them for a while now. And my ID is real ID, so it's going to be real ID. So I don't have to like go through that anymore. Okay, for a while. If you're an international student and then you are now coming in, prepare to write this thing before, like as in the first semester. I don't know if you can reach people to send you what's the name, materials to start learning and all that. Just that they would require, if you want a real ID, they will require social security, and if you don't have an on-campus job that would give you social security and write the exams in the first semester, that's going to be a problem. But if you have an on-campus job that would give you social security, I would advise you guys to write this in the first semester because it's so tedious. Yeah, I know you're trying to get used to the situation and system and all that. My friend, she's not writing it. She's been here for like 2 years and she's not writing it. So do this once and for all and get over it because it is so stressful and draining. So stressful and draining. They will tell you to book an appointment, but I think if you go there very early, you can do it. Take your chances. Like, take your chances. I'm hungry. I have work at 4 p.m. I need to eat, rest, then go to work. Now I have my license. I don't have a car. Fingers crossed, we'll get a car. For now, we just have to keep patching with people until we get a car. Yeah. So